Where you stand right now is merely a beginning. As a species, we are like the first waves breaking upon the shore of a vast, unfathomable ocean. But this ocean is deep and the tide is rising. If a miracle were to occur today and you open your eyes 1,000 years from now, you would likely describe the world not as heaven or hell, but as something fundamentally impossible. The world 1,000 years from now will be a place where biological boundaries have finally shattered. Aging organ failure or succumbing to a virus will be remembered only as tragic myths of an ancient era. Nanotechnology will flow through our veins like guardian angels, while our cells are reborn every second. Yet, this physical immortality will carve a profound void in our spirits and our beliefs. As humans become the absolute architects of their own destiny, the temples of old will give way to colossal data centers that offer every answer in a heartbeat. Faith will not vanish. It will simply shift its gaze. Instead of looking toward a distant, unknown deity, it will turn toward the flawless, omniscient collective intelligence that binds us all together. Yet, this massive technological leap will not be enough to end our age-old conflicts. Wars will no longer be fought over soil or flags, but over the very direction of consciousness itself. A divide will emerge between those who wish to digitize completely and leave the physical world behind, and those who struggle to remain loyal to their biological roots. These will be the quietest yet most destructive wars in history, fought within the silence of cyberspace, where a conflict lasting only seconds could erase the memory of an entire nation or darken millions of years of digital life in an instant. Power will no longer reside in the size of armies, but in the absolute flow of data. As the sands of time reach 10,000 years into the future, Earth will be remembered no longer as our home, but as our cradle. We will have outgrown our planet. When you look at the sun, you will see more than just a light source. It will be our ultimate power plant. Colossal Dyson structures, wrapping around the sun like a cocoon, will pump every joule of energy into our civilization. With this power, we will light up not just cities, but the entire galaxy. Interstellar travel will no longer be an impossible dream, but majestic, multi-generational migration. We may not travel as frozen bodies in massive ships, but as packets of data. A signal sent from one star system to another could be reconstructed back into a physical body or machine at its destination. In this era, the languages, nations, and borders we know today will have long since bled into one another. Humanity will have evolved into entirely new forms. Tall, slender figures shaped by the low gravity of Mars, or radiation-resistant skin developed on the moons of Jupiter. But this diversity will not divide us. Instead, it will transform us into a singular, colossal organism serving one purpose. Humanity will no longer be a species. It will be a consciousness network spread across the void. In a place where energy is infinite, the very concept of property and ownership will lose all meaning. When we finally reach that unfathomable horizon of 100,000 years, not a single biological trace of the human may remain. We will likely be beings of pure energy and light, no longer made of flesh and bone. We may not even need bodies at all. Our consciousness might be woven into the very fabric of the universe, into dark matter or time itself. The greatest fear of our ancestors, death, will be viewed as nothing more than a reformatting process. The death of a star or the collision of galaxies will not be a disaster for a civilization of this magnitude, but merely a magnificent natural event to be observed. At this point, religion, philosophy, and science will finally converge into one. The absolute power we once sought out there will no longer be external. We will have become that power ourselves. A species that bursts its own stars, governs black holes, and perhaps even designs new universes. At the end of this 100,000-year journey, humanity will return to where it began, stardust. But this time, not as unconscious matter, but as a living, thinking, dreaming organism that encompasses the galaxy. We are the first seeds of that magnificent future. Every decision we make today, every question we ask, and every dream we dare to have forms a foundation of that godlike entity. The future is not distant. The future begins right now, in your mind. Our story is only just being written. And the end of the story is something that not even time itself can finish. Thank you for joining us on this eternal journey through the cosmos. If you want to be a part of this future, keep wondering and never stop looking at the stars. We will see you in our next discovery on Cosmic Wonders.